Why hello there, fellow shipmates. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners. Episode 6, time for some Bulkhead Bunks. We are still working to recruit Bren. Bren has a little bit of resistance left, not much. And then our landing damaged the ship. There was a minor ship crash. So, as you can see, there's just a little bit of like hull damage all over the place that we have to fix up. Not a big deal. It's a landing we can walk away from, so it's a landing that is good enough, I guess. So the plan right now is we just expanded the wings a little bit, as you can see. So what I want to do is I'm going to start adding bedding. Add bedrooms is going to be the priority. If we take a look at the form factor of this ship, interestingly, I think the best thing that we could do to add bedding is, or bedrooms, is to like build back here, this way. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're continuing the research into batteries so that we can start banking batteries, and then I'll probably actually get advanced lights just to reduce our power costs for lighting, and then go back to like smithing and machining. We got a fair bit of organics, so I want to keep making chem fuel until we have 100 stocked on the shelves. Klein's making dusters for everybody, and then our sick people are, well, they're still sick, and I am forcibly dropping medicine on the ground so that we can tend using it. Not super happy about the constant illnesses. It's a little ridiculous, but like, that's just how it be sometime, I guess. Ship looks like a frog. Yeah, it's a bit froggy. Alright, so there's battery tech. I'm going to want to get batteries up. I'm going to get advanced lights because it also reduces power costs of lighting by half, which is kind of nice. And let's get some batteries in. So I'll have Klein whip up 2 batteries. Done. We get the, we're rolling out with some dusters. And our malaria recovery is quite good. Alright, in terms of home zone, make sure the entire ship, yep, is under home zone. Perfect. And yeah, we have a fishing pier. We have a lot of advanced components. We even have some gold, which is going to be, or rather components. And we even have some gold, which is going to be useful. If only I could fish. Yep, I would need to research fishing for that. So we're moving where the chem gens are. Oh, yeah, there's hair meat in the wrong spot. Filling up our batteries, repairing our ship up, and then we're going to do a lot of biofuel refining so that we can have plenty of fuel ready to go. So about the bedrooms. Let's think about this. What I would like to do is to... We're going to need some more gravlight panels. That's going to be the constraining factor. So I only have 54 gravlight panels. So I'm going to design wings as well as I can. And we have like 27 panels. So there is one side to what is changing, and then the other, and this will use up all our grav lights. Right? So if I lay down this ship structure, and I can change where the chimneys are, or even forego having chimneys, potentially. That's 27. Yes, so this is exactly the amount that we want. So this is the 50... Oh, 55. Oh, 54. What happens if you can't land and your ship's too large for a map tile? I have no idea. I'm gonna guess that the map generation wouldn't allow for that, but I really have no idea. Alright, malaria, how's it coming? 76%? Cool. And 57%, so Glitch is a little further behind. Because Glitch is a better doctor than Runloth. Oh, and we have a Preparawa raid all the same. Bunch of brawlers. Got it. Alright, here's the deal. Daedora can almost certainly run faster than them. Right? So she's a jogger. She's moving at max speed. 5. These guys are not joggers. So I'm going to have her whittle them down so that Runloth doesn't potentially have to get up and help. Additionally, if I wound all of them, Klein can join in with the handgun. So Runloth, I'm going to have you relinquish a revolver in lieu of giving to Klein. Because Klein could aid Daedora if Daedora needs help. There was one that was tough. Shooting the tough one, probably pointless. Let's see. In terms of move speed, the one with the artery blockage is probably not one I need to worry about. Although they still run at full speed. And then we have a leg stab scar. So what I want to do is I want to be reducing their speed as much as I can. So that I don't have to run as much. Now these shots aren't necessarily easy. It's like rainy. Oh, there we go. That was a good shot. Are you the tough one? Who's the tough? Yeah, okay. Goose is the tough one. Don't bother shooting Goose. Although you hit Goose in the leg. That's pretty good. The idea is to basically slow them all down so that even Klein can outrun them, so that Klein can aid us in quelling this fight. Plus, additionally, the way that Preparawa raids work is if you start killing individuals, they get like pissy and will counterattack. But if you wound them all a little bit, they don't get pissy and counterattack. They just kind of stand their ground a while. What's Bren's resistant at? 0.7. She is very soon to be joining. Yeah, 0.7. And then once it's safe for Klein to come out here and aid me, I can have him join me. So I have 3 of them bleeding. Oh, 4 of them bleeding now. I just hit Penguin. And Val already has a stab scar. So, which means none of them run at full speed anymore. I can outrun all of them. So we can start whittling them down now that they're wounded. Alright, looks like Goose is cooked. There ain't gonna be much Goose left. Oh, we got Val on the leg. And torso. At this rate, they're all gonna like collapse together. Daedora's doing a really good job of making sure of that. So the question was, fishing versus hunting. If you have people that are really good at animal handling, fishing is going to be faster, because it's an animal skill. So it really depends on where your skills are at. For me, I have way more skill with hunting and shooting and jogging than I do animals. So in my case, hunting is 100 times faster than fishing. Fishing would be very stupid for me to do, because I have no one that has any skill at animals, even a little. Okay, it occurred to me I don't have ambrosia as a valid thing on this shelf. So in terms of drugs, there is a new drug which needs refrigeration, which is like a mushroom cap. But if we go to manufactured, go to drugs, we'll put ambrosia and the silo caps in the freezer, because both need to be in the freezer. Yep. It was definitely the right strategy to wound them all to the point where they really couldn't chase me, because this is, like, really easy. I don't need a jealous misandrist, so I'm not really planning on helping them. But I can rescue them to release. There is still a possibility of doing that. So, to that end, let's expand the prison a little bit with the concept that that is an option. So Klein, capture, or actually Daedora, capture Goose. And then Klein, haul the ambrosia. Goose is going to be alive for 2 hours. Ooh, there might not be time. Actually, you know what? As much as I would like to help them, my doctors have malaria. So I'm just going to leave them behind. Nothing I can do there. Not really. Not reasonably. All right, need med treatment. 76, it's not great, but he'll survive. What is on your mind? Observed corpse? Yeah, that's gonna happen. Ren's resistance should break. 0. Yep. And we're almost done with this expansion. Cooking up a whole lot of chem fuel, making sure that we have plenty for travel, because that's really important. And now, before I queue up the walls, I'm going to have Klein finish some of the wall repairs, because I don't need any individual sections actually breaking as a result of another rough landing or anything like that. Okay, this is going to be a little awkward because raffle timers and all, but because of the buffering, but technically the raffle timer's up, so I announced it in chat. Bren has joined us. So taking a look at Bren. Bren was the one that can construct, can grow, can mine. I think I'm going to have mining as the highest priority because we still have a need for material. But they also have pretty high plant cut too, which will be increasingly more important as we are trying to make, batched chem fuel and the like. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm going to have you high priority plant cut. Because I think, in this case, I want Bren to harvest the heal root. Because we do have a heal root need. Hey, Julian, thank you for the resub. Oh, right. You need a bedroom. Well, now you have the nice one. One thing I needed to do was, Povik, you won the raffle. I don't really know what name you want, but I'm going to make some assumptions here. So we had Bren join, and I'm going to call you Poic. Because that's the name we're going to go with. Can the dead be turned into Chemfuel? Yes, but like not without everyone having a mental break. Also, read the rules. It says no war crimes, so no. Like, so they hypothetically can, but it's against the rules and a terrible idea. Even if it wasn't against the rules, because butchering human likes is a massive mood penalty for everyone except for Ruinloth, who's Bloodlust. Speaking about Ruinloth being Bloodlust, I am going to put all the dead in here. So fresh or rotten, human-like corpses. And even though he has malaria... Oh no, he is fine. Is Glitch fine too? Alright, Glitch still has malaria. I'm going to have him go do that so that nobody else has to see corpses. Because I don't need mental breaks, and he's the only one that doesn't care. Gotta keep your dead neat and tidy, right? Right. If you don't, you get lung rot and mental breaks. So, I should only have 4 dead on the tile. Yep, 4 dead humans. Indeed. That's a hell of a place to have a picnic, Ruinloth. There we go. So all the dead's tidied up. And now we are working on getting bedrooms. So this here is a little weird, the way this is laid out, obviously. I'm going to have to fix that sometime in the future. Well, for now, I'm going to fix it. I might just change where the chimneys are. In fact. Because I have the materials. And do a chimney like this for the freezer. The problem is I don't have an internal, yeah. There's, let's see. Temperature. I don't want to dump to ship, because sometimes I don't want it to get overheating. So let's put a chimney in here. I just don't like how it cuts into the square footage of the ship in a bad way. I guess what I could do is... First, I'm going to remove some of the internal walls, which we don't need, because we're going to turn it into bedrooms anyway. And then I'll figure out a better chimney solution once that's done. So if I move this, because we're going to want more space for food eventually anyway, like a bigger kitchen. If I move the chimney like this, then it can have like a door here, and it doesn't really get in the way of anything. And then we can free up a lot of space here. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And we can even recover one of our grav floors to be put here instead, moving the chimney. Oh, yeah, that was backwards. Luckily, there's like lots of components and steel around, so I'm not too worried about the cost. The cost is a small fraction of what matters. Alright, we definitely cooked up a whole lot of chem fuel, because we're down to, like, almost no meat here. So the other thing I'm going to want to do is, let's expand this zone here. There we go. And this spot can actually be one of the bedrooms. It's not very big, but like big is not something I really can afford with the colony the size that it is now. So this is as good as it's gonna get for a bit. Just something tidy like that. The only other thing that matters in this instance is to make sure that it has... And no, this isn't for Klein. Klein would actually be more comfortable in an even smaller bedroom. So that's not Klein's. That's someone else's. Alright. Let's put Ruinloth in there. Or actually Glitch, because it's close to the kitchen. That makes sense. Could the butcher table go in there? It could. But the thing is, I don't really want blood everywhere. So, like, having the butcher table outside actually makes a hell of a lot more sense anyway. For a clean ship. So, I'm going to go with that. I am going to mimic the same design that I had on the other side for here. Oh, it's not a floor. It's a structure. Foundation. And do the same thing over here. Because it's just a space saver. And we have plenty of steel that we're mining up, so it's really not much of a problem. Oh, backwards again. Why do I keep doing that? It was like all of the hiccup of me like having all my networking problems and my brain like got fried. Because of course it did. Alright, advanced lights got research. We're back to smithing to machining. Alright, there we go. It's actually... Why should that be on... This is on power use high. I guess we have enough chem gens inside that it's like producing heat. I guess that makes sense. Oh, come on, Klein. And here is Klein's room. It ain't much, but he's happy with it. So then the rest of this, oh, I know why, because the cooler's, like, on and fritzing out, because it's, like, pointed backwards. And then the rest of this room can become bedrooms, once it's liberated from its current, setup. And then this wing is going to be for crafting, fabrication specifically, and then this one is obviously for research. So those two are not changing. Alright, you really don't need to get rained on. So, Ruinloth, we're gonna temporarily give you high priority construction. Get you a little roof over there. There you go. Okay, so we have 2 of 5 potential bedrooms, right? And we'll just keep adding them in once I have the space. So speaking about space, what we could do is like break it up. So I want Klein to have access to his own bedroom, right? Like, we don't want to have him have to go through someone else's bedroom to get there. So, if we, like, let's say we hypothetically hit a vent there, we could do a bedroom here. And then change the wing setup once we have a little bit more panels and set up another bedroom there. So I'll probably do something like this instead for the position. So that's one of two. And then the other one can be here once there's more space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest of it can be like one general bedroom, I guess. That's another thing we could do. For now. Like Daedora living, you know, out in the open. Ooh, shooting frenzy for a Daedora. That's really nice. Survey site. The Prime Counselor heard rumors of a Grav Ship, and she wants to survey a distant region and asks that I protect her survey equipment. The survey equipment will take 10 to 15 days and require traveling to a remote destination, but offer a Grav Ship shield generator. So the shielding generator can protect a Grav Ship. It modulates the grav field to create a short-lived momentum repulsor on the surface that blocks projectiles. It works against normal shots and mortars. Those inside can still shoot out. It must be charged before use. One Grav Ship can support 2 shield generators. Awesome. I definitely want to prepare for that. So I'm going to add bedrooms and prep to do the survey. So the survey site that they want me to survey needs to be protected. Sort of like aerodrone hacking or so. And in order to do that, I need better equipment, because I'm not going to be able to protect it with a revolver and a bolt-action rifle. That's suicidal. So we're going to need to do better than that. So the goal is to try to get some better weapon tech. Smithing's done, which means straight to machining. New lovers. Well, that certainly helps the bedroom situation. Okay. Didn't see that coming, but, you know. They're happy, I'm happy. Oh no, lag again! I think I'm just gonna grin and bear it. I think taking it offline continually is just... yeah. Shake my head. All right. There we go. So Ruinloth and Poick gonna share a bedroom. And then Daedora is going to take where the fabrication bench will eventually be. I'm gonna get rid of the table and the stool in there. We're not really in a position to take on additional people anyway, so I can leave that as is. The other thing I might do is I might move Klein's bedroom a little bit to have this be like a slightly bigger bedroom, and then put Klein up in some sort of like annex wing or something. Because Klein doesn't care. So I think what I can do is I can just put like a vent. I'll maybe make it a bit bigger, and then this will solve a lot of the bedding problems. And I should have just done this to begin with. So this could be Klein's bedroom, and this can be like a larger bedroom that fits more people. So I don't really want the door to open to the outside, so maybe we'll just, So that's a nice room, but if I put a door there, we don't have a vent that allows us... You know what I could do? Is I could have it be a larger room with a door there, and then put another vent here. I don't think I'm going to do that either. I'm going to use the space poorly, kind of like I know it's a poor use of space, and just do it like that. And we can always redesign in the future once I have more grav panels and resources and the like. Alright, ship's looking pretty dirty. Not that I really care about that. Daedora, what is your needs? You, I think at this point, I think we're gonna stop with the simple meals and start with the carnivore fine meals to help with mood, because it's pretty easy to source meat at the moment, at least on this map tile. And we could always do group hunts. So the current priority is make better weapons for the survey quest. As far as drugs go, I'm going to have a no drug policy, and I'll just administer it manually for those that have the greatest need. Did we end up getting... Okay, yeah, we got a lot of heal roots. So, Daedora, knowing that you're like a a jogger, I'm going to have you be the one to haul stuff. Grav Runners ready to launch again? Cool. And taking a look at the map here. I don't know where the survey site is because I haven't accepted it yet, and I'm going to wait to accept it as long as I can so that I have enough time to prep. Basically, I want to leave myself like a really generous amount of time to make like heavy SMGs and the like. Hey, Phoenix Wolf and JBL, thank you for the gifted sub and the resub. So the bedrooms are like dull or awful, like a combination of both. I could make steel tiles. We have a lot of steel, so I'm going to consider... Actually, you know what? I think it might be worth temporarily getting... waiting on machining to get sterile materials just to speed up research speed. It's too bad I don't have more books. And then steel tiles have a pretty low cleaning time as well. So I might steel tile up the rooms that should be nicer. It's not much, but it's something. It's a little boon. Right? Why is his room awful? Oh, it's dirty. Okay, so the bedrooms are dull, but it could be worse. We also found an ancient reactor. Some more Gravcore Gravlite panels, and it is, wow, it is adjacent. Holy hell. How weird. Also looks like my buffering is done. So my networking is like back up and running again. That's why I didn't fuss with it. It's like there's something going on with my internet service provider, and they're just it's out of my hands. If you're wondering. All right, Daedora. I want you back to hunting now. Did I roof over the AC? No, I did not. Oh, but you know what I didn't do is reset the temperature for this to sub-zero. I'll fix that. I wouldn't have noticed that had you not asked that question. So even though I had a quick answer for you, it did let me know I wasn't freezing my freezer. Dull, awful, dull. Ah, nice. Someone Glitch is happy. Quail and alpaca. Also grizzly bear. Got it. Alright, I am going to turn off one of these chem gens, and we'll run a slightly power negative, but it will say I'll be burning half of the chem fuel, so like it's worth it. At this point, I feel like I have more than enough steel. So I'm going to actually put a pause on the steel and start getting the components from all around the map. Because if I'm making, if I'm going to make heavy SMGs or something similar, we are definitely going to want a lot of components for that. And then the last thing I'm going to mine is the gold, because we'll have a pretty high mining skill with Povik doing it, because Povik has a passion for it, by the time we get the gold for the highest potential yield. Okay, we are down to 2 dusters left. Dusters aren't really very good war material for the survey, for armor, so that's another thing to consider as well. Oh, we're in the parka. And I'm getting, like, low food warnings, so actually, you know what, maybe we go back to simple meals only, just to stretch this food out. Because I know a lot of our food is becoming just chem fuel. But if I'm really ever worried, what I can do is I can do a planned hunt with Runloth and Daedora taking on targets together. So I just gave the handgun to Runloth so they both can hunt, and we can increase the amount of meat that we have available to us for chem fuel. So in terms of my fuel, I have about a 250 banked, and then you know, we'll work to increase that amount. We did just have a bunch of mares come in, so we'll be able to hunt those for meat too. Now the low medicine is a bit of a concern. I know that, ooh, we have a party. I think I harvested basically all the hero that exists here for the most part. So I should probably go to like, go to ancient facilities that might have meds, or trade for it, or constantly forage for it. Because of all the sicknesses that we ended up getting, my med count is bad. And I know it's bad. This room is also dull. What's funny is the dull room, like, if this was a nicer room, I'd put, like, Runloth and Povik up in it, but it's, like, not any better than the room they're already in, so there's really no advantage to moving them. And, attending the party will help a little bit for mood. So we're almost done with sterile materials. And then I'll sterilize the lab and then start researching weapon techs. The other thing I could do is I have a bunch of melee weapons that I could just like smelt down. The only one I wouldn't really want to is the plasteel knife. Which I'm going to give to Povik. Povik is probably going to be a brawler, not a shooter, given a burning passion melee. So we'll make sure to keep that. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I've asked for no spoilers, so if you have a question that would include a spoiler, ask in Discord instead. If you would like to join Discord, a link can be found in the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Grav Runners.